Hello everybody, welcome to Deerfield Beach for the National Championships of Superboat International and APBA for the 2004 season. It's been a while since we covered a race for you here at Freeze Frame Video, but we're happy to be back in the air and going to bring you some exciting racing action here with APBA and SBI together. Lots of great racing here today. This first tape we'll be doing will be stock class as well as all your P classes and the A class. Should be a very exciting race here this weekend with the National Championships up for grab in the Super Stock class. It's a three-way battle between the Hulk, Bermuda Barracuda, and Mape, with the Bermuda Barracuda currently holding a slight lead over the rest of the boats, but with a 9-boat class, it should be very exciting in the Super Stock class. Lots of boats here. A few OSS boats here in attendance, surprising people. There you see In Motion again. This is the first race they've shown up to this year in APBA or SBI. Here for a little shakedown run with new throttleman Alvin Heathman aboard. Beautiful pit facility here at the Quiet Waters Park in Deerfield Beach. The city really went all out. It's beautiful to see when a city supports a race as much as Deerfield Beach has, with the use of Quiet Water Park as well as Pioneer Park, and any amenities we needed, the city provided. It was a great weekend for all. Should be great racing action here in just a little bit. There you see Team CRC, it's 39 MTI in the Super Cat Light class. Jeff Harrison, Mike DeFries aboard. One of the few boats in the Super Cat Light class with the number 6 Speedmaster drive. There you see CMS, Bob Bull and Mitch Miller's ride for the weekend in the Super Cat Light class. Bob Bull, the president and CEO of APBA Offshore, currently leading in the national points class in APBA in the Super Cat Light class. It's another 39-foot MTI with IMCO Bravo drives with the Mercury 525 engines. There you see Slug Hefner's Dirty Duck with Matt Rice aboard. The 711, another OSS entry that's made a couple stops on the APBA circuit this year, trying to get ready for the Battle Royale in Key West this year. Should be great racing down in Key West, and we're going to have great racing here in Deerfield Beach. Here's the RMS Super V. Greg Reichman and Mike Gordon aboard. It's a 39-foot Phantom with Merc Cruiser 525 power, as well powered with the number 6 drives. There's the Pier 57 Super V entry of Bill McComb, Lisa Matthews, and Billy Glick. Number 5 drive. This is the former Joanna boat from years past, the ex-B class boat. Still runs strong. Looking for the rough water. Should run very well this weekend here in Deerfield. Shane Barrett and Gary DeSoucy's in the Extreme Vortex, all the way out from California. Looking for, I believe, the 3rd consecutive national championship for this boat. Always runs strong. There's Lightning Strikes, Michael Flanagan and Alan Green. TK O'Shea's Obsession P28. That's Harry Turner and Walter Collins from the Massachusetts area. Beautiful 42-foot outer limits with MRD power and Merc Cruiser number 6A racing drives. Extreme Liquid Assets out of the Sarasota area. Corey Chantry and Richard Davis aboard. This is your national champion in the P4 class in their first year of racing, looking to move up for their Super V Light class with a new 30-foot Phantom next year. Beautiful setup. The new guys did great racing their first year, looking to do even better next year. There's your APBA P4 national champion Herbot Swipes Racing. It's a 33-foot Scarab out of the Pennsylvania area. Keith Herbot aboard as the owner and driver. A boat all the way down from Michigan, Conrad Fountain of Youth. P433 is a 33-foot fountain. There's Miccosukee Indian Gaming, a 38-foot fountain. Owner, driver, Brett Fershman. Gary Ballou going to be throttling that this weekend in a Super V Limited class. Currently in second place in the national points in SBI, Miccosukee Indian Gaming. There's a beautiful 24-foot Pantera, Scott Begovich's P512 Keene University Cougars. Always a strong runner in a little boat, Keene University. There's Pour It On in the super stock class. It's a 30-foot Spectre, custom rigged by Diamond Performance Marine. Twin Mercury 2.5 outboards. Strong runner out of the Maryland area. Jim Anselmo is your throttle man and owner. Bermuda Barracuda, all the way from Bermuda. Hometown Mortgage is a 25-foot Motion P333 out of the Georgia area. There's the pace boat. We'll see it in the water just shortly, getting ready to go airborne at the start of the race now. You can see the lineup, everybody getting ready to go. The blue label pace boat there in the background. Right at the start here, this is going to be the P3 class, the stock and the stock class here together. Lots of boats, 9 boats in the stock class, several boats in the P3 class as well. Team Taboo right in front of us here, 42-foot fountain. Bill Mazzoni and Craig Wilson aboard. Next in line there is the Map-A boat. Pace boat all the way in the background, I believe, just dropped the green flag. We have the green flag out front in stock class early on. Racing Frenzy right there. But you can see Gary Ballou and Mike Mahison, the Map-A, just taking off right at the start. Team Taboo here all the way on the inside. Big 42 fountain in this rough water. Really likes the rough water. Just on the outside of them, there's Team Fortress, 30-foot Phantom all the way down from Michigan. Great start, lots of boats, lots of action here early on in Deerfield Beach National Championship Offshore Grand Prix for SBI and APBA. Team Taboo running out of the Delray Beach area and Palm City, Florida area. Bill Mazzoni and Craig Wilson aboard. This is a 42-foot fountain powered by twin Yanmar diesels with harness and surface drives. Very rare combination, but always runs very strong. This is your 2004 SBI National Champion in the P3 class. Pretty much unbeatable when it runs. But they're going to get a lot of competition with the Fortress all the way down from Michigan here. And the Castaway Racing boat also running strong. There you can see Applegate Trucking there on the far right. And right under us now is Deep V Cats in the stock class. Lee Austin and Steve Quick battling early on in this Grand Prix. On board now, Team Taboo. Craig Wilson on the right of the screen and Bill Mazzoni on the left, your driver. Craig Wilson on the throttles, running strong here early on in the rough waters off of Deerfield Beach at the SBI APBA National Championship race. There you can see our helicopter. Russ Kilpatrick's your pilot there, right on the right. Bumpy ride early on here at the start in Deerfield Beach. You can see the hatch bouncing around a little bit. They forgot to latch that down. Not slowing them down at all here in Deerfield. Team Taboos run strong all year and put together the national championships in SBI for the P3 class. Your national champion, Team Taboo, P3-1. The diesel-powered fountain with the Arneson drives. You can hear the turbos hum on the diesels. Listen in. Back to our aerial shot. Team Taboo. It doesn't even look like it's quite bouncing around as much as it does from the onboard camera. Running well in the beginning of the race here in Deerfield Beach. P3 starting with the super stock class. Some other P3 boats there. The Fortress is right in the middle of your screen. It's a little 30-foot Phantom. Tyler Crockett and Mark Slater aboard out of Michigan. Focusing on now, that's Applegate Construction S111 entry in the Super Stock class. You can see Oceans 2, 3, 4 in the Super Stock class, as well as Racing Frenzy right there. Just ahead of them is Bermuda Barracuda, one of the national championship contenders in Super Stock class. But out front so far in Super Stock is the Hulk and Mappe. Heading south now on Deerfield Beach towards the first turn. Great racing early on here at the national championships. Deep V Cats, beautiful 32-foot LA Marine. The owner and builder is Lee Austin and the driver is Steve Quick. Focusing now on Racing Frenzy, it's a 30-foot AMT driven by Grant Bruggeman of Grant's Custom Rigging, who also rigged the boat, throttled by Brian Hupt out of Missouri. Here's your battle early on in stock class for the national championship, the Hulk and Mappe. Just behind them is Bermuda Barracuda, who's also involved in the battle for the national championship, a three-way battle with the winner taking home the national championship. Bermuda Barracuda, all the way from Bermuda, the boat stays in Illinois. Dennis Berry out of Morrow, Illinois, your throttle man. He takes care of the boat, the rigging, and the engines. Your driver's Chris Marshall from Bermuda. Beautiful 30-foot AMT, the original AMT, formerly Blondie, and then Miccosukee Indian Gaming, the Aqua Toy Store, and now Barracuda. Beautiful paint job out of the St. Louis area. S19 Bermuda Barracuda, currently leading your national points here at the national championship, powered by twin 2.5 Mercury outboards. Running strong here. This boat's built and maintained by Berry Custom Marine out of Illinois. Dennis Berry, the throttle man's the owner-operator of Berry Performance Marine. You can see the escape hatch on the top of the boat there bouncing around just a little bit. Must have come loose at the start there. Clean in shot there, the Mercury 2.5 outboards. Currently in third place in the Super Stock class, Dennis Berry and Chris Marshall in the Bermuda Barracuda. Going around the corner at the north end of the course here in Deerfield Beach near the Boca Inlet. Going to be going by the Deerfield Beach pier in just a second here, and they're completing the first lap. Looking back just a little bit, see who's coming up. Currently in fourth place in the Super Stock class, Deep V Cats, and right behind them is a P3 boat. That's Team Fortress out of Michigan. Tyler Crockett, your engine builder and throttle man, and Mark Slater's the driver. Coming down now on top of Racing Frenzy, it's 30-foot AMT. Brian Hupt, your owner and throttle man. Grant Bruggeman is your driver today. It's a 30-foot AMT twin 2.5-liter Mercury outboards, running in the stock class, currently in fifth place. Running well early on here. This boat was rigged and maintained by Grant's Custom Rigging in Fort Lauderdale. Sponsored by Hammerhead Boatworks, Frenzy Products. Took a first place earlier on in the flat waters in North Carolina, taking the commanding victory in North Carolina at the Fountain Grand Prix. Running a little bit behind here today in Deerfield Beach, but it's bumpy waters here today and everybody's trying to survive. Moving forward here, we're at the south end of the course here at Deerfield Beach. That little battle between a stock class DV Cats and a P3 class. Your leader is Team Fortress Racing. Leading in APBA, leading in SBI is the P3-7, the Team Taboo, but leading in APBA P3 class in first and P3 on the race course is Team Fortress. It's a 30-foot Phantom built in 1997. It's your national champion from last year and your world champion. It's powered by a Crockett Marine engine built by the Throttleman Tyler Crockett. Also sponsored by DMC Machine, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Bearing Cast. The single 850 horsepower Crockett engine is through a Speedmaster number 5 drive. Tyler Crockett, your Throttleman's from Ruby, Michigan. Mark Slater, your driver, is from Waterford. The crew consists of Mark Matthews from Detroit and Bruce Barron from Oxford, Michigan. They were your 2003 World Champions, your 2004 Great Lakes Champion, your 2004 National Champions, and your Northeast, Southeast, and Central Division Champions. These guys pretty much cleaned up wherever they raced this year, always a strong runner in the P3 class. Special thanks to Tyler Crockett Marine Engines for building the reliable engine that powered them to the national championship and many wins this season. Always a strong runner. Big leap there for Team Fortress. This boat previously raced as Team Irresistible out of the Pennsylvania area, so now it's still in the Central Division, the Great Lakes area, but a strong runner for Team Fortress. Great little battle here between DV Cats and Team Fortress. This rough water really evens things up a lot. DV Cats, Lee Austin and Steve Quick aboard 32-foot LA Marine, sponsored by DiamondSource.com and Top Quality Gold. Big water here at Deerfield Beach at the SBI APBA National Championship for 2004. That little 30-foot Phantom really eats it up, though. Single 850 horsepower motor really keeps it moving. Quite a contrast in boats here. A 32-foot, 560 horsepower Cat against a 850 horsepower, 30-foot V-bottom. But this rough water equals it out, and they run pretty much side by side here. Slide back a little bit, there is Taboo with Applegate Construction in the background. Taboo, your leader in the SBI P3 class. Craig Wilson and Bill Mazzoni aboard. 42-foot Fountain out of Delray Beach, Florida. Diesel Yanmar powered with the Arneson surface drives. Wilson Custom Marine, the rigger and maintainer of this boat, running very strong, has all year long. It's your SBI National Championship. It's going to be quite interesting to go to Key West with all the different classes combined. There will not be an APBA, an SBI, an OSS classes. It will be P3 class, winner take all, not I won the APBA or I won SBI. They're all going to be racing together to see who's the champion of the world. Freeze Frame Video will be very happy to be in Key West this year. Over 130 boats expected to be competing. We're very happy to look forward to going down there to cover the racing action for all you fans out there. Some side-by-side racing again. Like I said, it's amazing to see two very different styles of boats running side-by-side. 42-foot Fountain with twin 450 horsepower inboards and a 30-foot AMT with twin 280 horsepower outboards, running side-by-side in this bumpy water off of Deerfield Beach. S111 in the background, that's Apple